But anyway,
Yeah.
next for the franchise, I think they could easily come up with another one. I don't know what you would call it necessarily, because again, you run into the same issue where you need to put like another word on it. You can't just call it Scream 2, or like the naming this even Scream's kind of annoying. But because couldn't you go with Sam now being like, so her father, her biological father, is a murderer, and her biological grandmother is also a murderer from Scream 2.
Yes.
So she's got to have some shit going on with her. So you could either turn her, or is there anybody else that would come after her now? Like, how?
Here's what I would love to see.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Scream movie from the perspective where you know who the killer is immediately.
Oh, right
their
off
whole
the
thing.
rip. That's a
So
great
you,
idea.
So like so you follow them the whole time.
That's a fucking
So
really
if you
good
do
idea.
that, if you do that, right, it's like that whole process, and like there's got to be like scenes with them with like notes and like pictures in front of them, because this whole thing has to be planned out ahead of time.
Yes.
So that is the movie I would want to see.
Oh, that's real. That's a real. I'd never even thought of that. That's an awesome idea. And yeah, so you eliminate the who done it, but then again, there's sort of also a who's going to find out kind of thing. Like how do they stay one step ahead of everybody else?
Yeah, and I would love to see them do it successfully.
Honestly, the killers, you mean? I thought it was the movie.
Yeah, no, I would love to see. So it's kind of like Seven. So you like, and they talk about, and that's one of the things that the killers talk about. Like, you've seen Seven, right? Where this whole thing was planned out, and it played out just the way that the killer wanted it to.
Oh,
like that's the so you reference that movie and then have them plan the whole thing and do it, because it has to be two of them, right?
Has to be two. That's what
makes it's got to be like, okay,
possible too,
right?
And then they're like, all right, we like one person we think might be kind of on to you or whatever, so we need to set up an attack where you're with them, and then get you off the hook. And
I'm telling you,
I like that a lot.
Awesome.
And then you can pull up all of the 5 killer, or I guess 9 killers from the Scream movies. You can have them being like, all right, why did this guy get caught?
Exactly.
Why did she get caught? And then you can relive some of those. That's a fucking awesome idea.
It's a horror version of Ocean's 11.
Yes. Where's this?
Where it's like two people. I'm telling you, this could work. This could work.
What would you call it?
Creamed.
Cummed.
Cream jizz.
You'd call it jizz, right? You'd call the movie. Oh, god damn it!
Yeah,
that's a fucking awesome idea, though. I never even
heard it. You heard it here first. There's timestamp it. Monday, January 17th, 2022, at roughly 9:50 p.m.
Title of the film:
Any of these little fuckers ever pop out of the fucking wall and say, "Fuck, there's a horse cock in my room," or a donkey dick?
Ed Von Moose, the Scream. I can't top that. I'm not even going to try to come up with anything better than that.
Call it Ghostface.
Ghostface. Boom. Just like they did in Saw. They just called Jigsaw.
There you go.
Instead of Saw. Ghostface. Bang. And would you bring back, I guess you would bring back all the survivors from this one, right? And then you have to come up with 2 killers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of them is an overlap. Maybe one of them's new or something like that. Because you still have Sam's alive, Tara's alive, Sydney's alive, Gail's alive. Both of the Meeks, they showed Chad and Mindy. The Chad scene, it looks like just like Dewey from the second one, the first one. And so Chad and Mindy are both still alive.
Because they gave each other like the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
so you could even do it. It's the Meeks kids. Because they're like, if you're going to fight, because I feel like they would have enough trauma at this point to be like, look, if you want to fucking do it right, this is how you do it.
That's true. Yeah, Meek's kids would be pretty good.
Yeah.
And they know all the movies too. So
exactly. So they know everything. And it's the sister driving it. And then by the way, she was my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, Mindy was your favorite?
Yep.
Yeah, Mindy was really good. I liked Sam, to be honest. I'm pissed about how old she is. Like, she needs to be a little bit older, but I thought she was good. I wanted to like Wes. He didn't really get much of a chance. So yeah,
but you pin it on Sam. That's the twist at the end, is you pin it on Sam.
Yeah.
And she goes down for it.
Right. Yeah,
because everyone in the town hates her anyway. She's the daughter of a serial killer. She's the daughter and granddaughter of a serial killer. So like, there you go. It's easy. It is an easy movie to write.
Oh my god, they could watch Mindhunter. They could watch all these other shows.
Oh my god, can you imagine them like taking notes and shit?
Open up like a whole documentary thing too, which they haven't really done in these Scream movies.
Oh yeah,
and there's probably a bunch of movies. Like find the movies in which the killer gets away. Find those movies. They're like, all right, we gotta use these ones. Would you bring back Sydney and Gail, or would you give them the movie off?
I would not bring. I would end the movie with them talking about how they're gonna go get Sydney.
Yeah, set up the next one.
Gail would be in it from afar.
That's like doing like the reporting of it. Yeah.
And the whole thing is going to be like, we can't bring them. They cannot come here. Because if they come here, like, then it's over.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
So you have to do it in such a way that they are out of the loop.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I love the idea. You do a whole entire movie and you have them, like you said, with like pictures and like basically like the murder board. And you have
they got the Pepe Sylvia board.
And the Pepe Sylvia. And then at the very end of the movie, they're like, all right, what's next? And then one of them just hands the other one a picture of Sydney. You're like, there we go.
Let's go.
And then the next one is.
And like a blueprint of like her house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or even like surveillance. Like one of them already took surveillance.
Yeah.
And it's Patrick Dempsey walking around with the kids in Sydney.
And the dog. And yeah. God, it's like a blueprint of the house and then a picture of them walking on like doing like a family picnic or something.
Oh my God. You know? It's the greatest goddamn movie of all time.
I love it.
So good. I just did the damn thing.
The #DORK podcast.